Hello everyone, my name is Adriel and you can call me AJ, and I'm from grade 11 AO3, and today I'll be discussing about my performance-based task number 2, which is all about Apert Syndrome. Now in the previous quarter I discussed all about it, and for today I'll be showcasing it here in this video about it and show all its main points. Now let's get right to it. So first things first, what is an Apert Syndrome? An Apert syndrome, or in other terms,
acrocephalosyndactyly,
is a rare genetic disorder that causes an abnormal growth in children. And this abnormal development can be found within the features of their skull and in their faces, as well as their hands and their limbs. Now, regarding about who discovered Apert syndrome, a French pediatrician named Eugene Apert. He is well known for his description of the Apert syndrome, which he has diagnosed in 9 cases during the year 1906. So what are the symptoms of this genetic disease? Well, the major symptom, which is a craniosynostosis, that it causes the brain to deform, and because of this it may develop to other mental disabilities such as learning disability. And another thing is the syndactyly, which is the conjoinment of the fingers as well as the toes, and some few other symptoms such as high prominent forehead, small nose, prominent eyes, which causes them to have lower vision, as in other cases hearing problems, as well as cleft palate, which is the opening of the blade in their mouths. What causes Apert syndrome? Apert syndrome is caused by a genetic mutation in a particular gene known as fibroblast growth factor receptor 2. Now this gene's role is to provide proteins that will signal bones to form while in the mother's womb. Now, mutation in these genes will cause fast production of proteins that will signal bones to form faster, which it can cause to form prematurely. That is why those individuals who are affected by it has conjoined fingers as well as deformed skull because of this. Now, how many are diagnosed with this disease? In today, it was estimated approximately 1 out of 65,000 to 88,000 newborns worldwide that are diagnosed with Apert syndrome. In the year 1894 to 1906, it is stated about 300 cases of Apert syndrome were reported. Now, common diagnosis is mostly checked on newborns and in infants, and these are run down by test and clinical evaluation. Now, even before they are born, Apert syndrome can be diagnosed through 2D and 3D ultrasound or MRI. If they can detect any abnormality or deformities in the bone structure of the fetus, then there is a slight or big possibility that the fetus has Apert syndrome. So what are the treatments for Apert syndrome? Well, first things first is that you should go meet with a pediatrician. A pediatrician is a doctor that is specialized with handling kids and giving you information that how you should take care of your children who are suffering from this disorder. Now, in case of any hearing problems, you should go meet with a hearing specialist. In eyesight, you should go with optometrist. Now, with problems within the heart, it is important to go with the cardiologist to see the problem, and neurologist and therapy if there's any mental problem. Now, the most important also is surgery, because surgery can be life-changing for the person who is suffering from Apert syndrome. Now, the 4 most important treatment that we should give to these people who are suffering from Apert syndrome is that we should show them equality and that they're no different from us. We should show that we don't care about the appearance and that we treat them as normal human beings. Because through discrimination and bullying, it can really cause some bad effects to them, such as being pessimistic and depression, which can cause many other or multiple mental problems, which is not really a good thing for them. So we should really treat them properly when it comes to this disorder. As for conclusion, Apert syndrome is really a crucial and life-threatening disorder which most people have, and that the proper treatments of this is probably the same other things that we how we should treat people with disorders. And I hope that this video is informative and that we all learn from it. Thank you for watching, and